Hey guys, welcome to Zivity Close-Ups Episode 2. 2 full episodes. We are officially a series.
And there was much rejoicing.
So come follow us on Twitter. We're at Zivity Close-Ups. Or also on Facebook. Send me a message. Let me know who you want to hear on the show. On this episode, I'm talking to OkiDokiOkami, who was super cool and fun. So here we go. So, Oki, why are you so awesome?
Um, I don't know.
Oh, well, crap. Because I
Right?
didn't do a whole lot of research. So if you don't know, we're kind of fucked.
Um, because I have boobs.
Whoa, all right. Is that all it takes? It really is, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Well, yes, you do. I can verify that. I've seen your sets. Um, but you were the grand winner of the new model prize number 3.
Yeah,
How did that
I
feel?
it was pretty awesome. It was a very close race actually, but I think I'm the only one that's still really, really active that was from that really close race in that new model prize. But yeah, it was really cool because it's the first, Zivity is really the first site that I've been popular on, I guess.
Hmm.
So, versus like Tumblr and stuff like that, where it's a lot harder to network. So, it was really, really, really cool for me. Um, was a nice ego boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you say it was a close race, but I look at the race and I see that your winning set, for lack of a better term, is actually I don't know what it was when the contest ended, but you were only 45 votes behind the top set. But then you had another 2 sets that both had around 300 votes. So by my calculations, you blew it out of the water.
Um, there was a complication with the wording of the contest, though, because there were different photographers, and it was actually,
Oh.
yeah, so it was actually the photographer with the one model across all of the sets that won. But because of the technical difficulty with the error, with the wording. I ended up winning anyway, so it was pretty cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now that's not the only contest you've won. You actually won the new photographer contest as well.
Yes, I actually won that with Afro or Afrocentricity. He's my main photographer that I work with here in San Antonio. And him and I have probably worked together like 13 times now to 15-ish.
Hmm.
And before I got him on Zivity, we had worked together probably about 8 or so times, and finally got him to join Zivity, and he was holding out for a while. But once I finally got him to join, and he won the top photographer or the new photographer prize, he was kind of hooked. So
Right on. From what I can tell, you guys have never really had a miss. Every set I see between the two of you is done well.
thank you. Yeah, that set that was in the new photographer prize, I think, is my second highest set, and then the Fuji Instax set that we did, I think ended up being the highest. So that was a really cool set. That was like one of the first times that I had ever really worked with instant film, so it was nice that it turned out well.
Is that the one called Simple?
Simple was our first set that we posted, but Hitch is the one that was the Fuji Instax,
Oh, okay.
the instant film. So yeah, that one ended up doing really well.
Now, I gotta ask about dirty laundry. Because in this set, you were running around a laundromat with no clothes on.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Um, well, Afro and I had been discussing shooting in a laundromat. We like to go for the grungier areas sometimes, and so we found this older laundromat that we wanted to shoot in, and of course, it has like the tacky old peeling wallpaper and the old like yellow colored dryers and washers and stuff. Um, but yeah, there were actually people in the laundromat with us while this was going on.
What?
Yeah, we got there at like 6 a.m. when the laundromat opened. And of course, the owner was there for like the first 30 minutes. So we have to wait for them to leave. And then we got in there, started shooting, and then people started showing up within about 5 minutes. The laundromat itself is kind of like sectioned off. So there's like two parts, and there were people in the other half of the laundromat that kept like coming around the wall and like trying to figure out what we were doing. But we didn't get caught, and we actually did the set backwards. So we did it from nude to clothed,
Mm-hmm.
so that we got the nude part out of the way before more people came. But yeah, you can actually see that in the background of some of the pictures. You can see that the sun is coming up, but it looks like the sun is going down because we reversed the photos.
Right. Huh. So, did anybody ever figure out what you guys were up to?
I mean, I know they saw his camera, but I'm not sure if they 100% figured it out. So, we didn't, I don't think anybody ended up seeing me naked, but it's happened before anyway, so I shoot outdoors a lot.
Well, that's always the risk, right?
Yep, but it's usually worth it. So,
Now, before we spoke, you mentioned you had gotten or were getting a new tattoo.
yes, actually, I just got a new tattoo on my hip area, on my left hip. It's actually the tattoo that I've wanted since I was like 16 years old. So I've wanted it for a while, and part of it is a wolf head, which Okami means wolf,
Mm-hmm.
wolf deity in Japanese. So this tattoo that I wanted, that I designed when I was 16, is actually where my name came from. Um, So it's kind of funny. Haven't had it for the last 4 years, and been using Okami and various usernames since I was about 17. So finally got the tattoo that was the meaning behind my name. But it will actually be appearing in my new self-shot set that I shot on Sunday. I actually just uploaded that a few hours ago, so hopefully that'll be going live within the next few days for the science prize.
Very cool.
Yes.
Uh, Now, so this will actually be your first self shot, from what I see.
Yes, it will be actually. I don't think it's really anything that great, but hey, I tried, and I didn't have a tripod or remote for it, so you can kind of tell that I was taking the pictures of myself. But hey,
Did you have to run back and forth with the timer, or did you just try and hold it?
for most of them, I just tried to hold it, and then for a couple of them, I used the timer. But it was so difficult to use the timer and to like set it up in areas that would make it look good, with the lighting in my bedroom. So I just tried to take the pictures myself while I was holding it.
Cool. What's the new set going to be called?
It is actually called Star Stuff.
Star Stuff?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna actually be doing an incentive for it where I'm gonna do a short video where I kind of explain the meaning behind the set and what it means to me and whatnot. So, and I do have a little explanation in the comments of my set. So keep an eye out for it because I think it's pretty cool. It contains lots of glittery stuff.
Very good. Now, going back to the new tattoo, as best I can tell, this is going to be your first tattoo?
It's actually my second. I do have one small one on my foot. I think you can see it in one of the pictures in my set called Simple that we were talking about a minute ago.
Hmm.
It's just some little stars and swirls and stuff. It will actually also be in my self-shot set too, um, since it has stars. But it's my this new tattoo is my first big tattoo for sure, and took a lot longer than the first one, and was a little bit more painful. Um, the hip area and the it goes up onto the very back of my ribs, and yeah, that part over the bone was pretty
Yep.
painful.
Yeah, I don't have any tattoos yet, but that's what everybody says is as soon as you get to the point where it's hitting the bone or right on top of a bone, that's where it hurts.
Yes, definitely.
Now, do you have plans for a third?
I actually have had plans for another tattoo since I was like 17. I actually want another tattoo on the other side, on my right side, going down my ribs, which I'm kind of afraid of right now. But there's another big piece that I want down my ribs that would be in like blues and purples, and I want that one to say Carpe Noctem, which means seize the night instead of Carpe Diem,
Right.
seize the day. So, I've had that one planned for a while too, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit on that one, and since the other one is still healing and all, and they're expensive.
They're a little spendy. It's not the kind of thing you want to skimp on.
Yeah, I went to one of the highest rated tattoo artists in the San Antonio area. Her name is Sweet Lorraine. Um, but she's really, really great.
Yeah, I figure any amount you spend because you can't put a price on not having a bad tattoo.
Yeah,
That's
you can't put a price on something that's going to be permanent forever on your body.
yeah. Now, one thing I've learned is that every, for lack of a better term, alt model has a photographer story. Every model has that one story about that one shoot that was weird or awkward. Something happened.
One story?
Well, they've all got their go-to story, I should say. They all got multiple stories, but they all got that one that's awesome. What's yours?
That's awesome. Um, I don't know. The one that sticks out in my mind isn't quite so awesome, I guess. I guess it's funny now that I look back on it. But the weirdest photographer that I've ever worked with, he he likes to talk about tantric massage while he's shooting.
Of course he does.
So I've had that happen. I've had a guy recently that decided it would be a good idea to text me after the shoot and tell me about how he needed a cold shower and after our shoot, and that it was so hard to remain professional during the shoot.
Yeah, sorry
I'm
about that.
like,
That was inappropriate.
I'm like, what about that is professional? But hey, it happens, and I mean, I've worked with a lot of great photographers. I've worked with a lot of weird photographers that are great. So, Corwin,
Wait,
no,
is he
I'm
the
just
weird one or the great one?
no, he's the great one.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Corwin is awesome, and he makes some killer mac and cheese. FYI.
Good
The
photos
incentive,
and good mac and cheese?
fantastic mac and cheese. My set calls food porn. Everybody keeps thinking it's cereal, but it's actually Corwin's mac and cheese. Um, he posted on there that the incentive is that if you vote 200 times, you get his mac and cheese recipe. I have seriously been thinking about dropping 200 votes on my own set just to get this mac and cheese recipe. It's so worth it.
You're going to be sorely disappointed when it starts with "get a box of Kraft mac and cheese."
No, no, I've seen him make it. Like I've gone to
Wait,
the store
what?
with him. I've gone to the store with him and like watched him pick up all the stuff for it. So I know there's no Kraft mac and cheese involved.
All right, well, we'll see. So what else should we talk about? How did you get into modeling?
Um, I actually got into modeling because my family members started suggesting that I should be like a parts model, like hands and feet and stuff like that. My mom and my grandmother did. And
Well, you certainly do model your parts.
yeah, I'm not sure if they had those parts in mind, but I actually started out just doing the trade thing with a few people and joined Model Mayhem and just I actually joined Model Mayhem when I was 17 though, and I ran into some weird people when I was 17. So, people that wanted to do like basically, crotch shots of me in sheer panties. And I
When
was
you were
17.
17?
Yes, when I was 17.
Okay, that is
So
definitely that
I
falls under
just,
weird.
yes. So I decided that I was gonna wait until I was 18. I was about halfway there already anyway. So, I just deleted everything, especially because it had my real name on it. I deleted everything and decided that I was gonna come back when I was 18 under, totally different alias, not include my real name, and be more of age for those type of things. And I had worked, one of the first photographers that I worked with that paid me, he did shoot nudes, but I worked with him for the first time when I was 17 and I didn't shoot nudes with him. So once I was 18, I went back to him and he shot my first nudes. And I mean, they're not the best photos in the world necessarily, but he made me feel really comfortable. And I think that's the most important part of your first nude shoot is somebody that makes you feel comfortable in your own skin.
Oh yeah, nothing ruins a set faster than an uncomfortable model.
Yes, and you can tell when I'm uncomfortable at my shoots too. It's 100% all over my face. Um, so that was mainly how I got into modeling. And then I guess August of last year, I joined Zivity, or I joined a little before that, but things to look at. His name is Burke. He was the first person that introduced me to Zivity, and that's really what's helped me, I guess, take off with my modeling career.
Hmm.
Um, I'm still not hugely popular outside of Zivity or anything, but it's definitely helped me get some exposure and helped me be more motivated to get that exposure because of my awesome fans and supporters. So um, yeah, yay Zivity.
Have you expanded into any other sites? Like, I mean, Suicide Girls is always the obvious one, or any of those.
Um, I haven't done the Suicide Girls thing just because of the contracts. I don't want to limit myself for two
It's a pretty
years.
intense contract, isn't it?
Yeah, so I don't want to have to limit myself. Which, hey, I'm all for it. Vivica's awesome and she does both, so or she does a ton of stuff. So I'm not totally against Suicide Girls. I just don't think it's for me.
I'm not
But
sure how that works. I haven't shot for Suicide Girls, but I did read the contract once, and it seems to imply that you can only shoot for Suicide Girls. Clearly, that's not the case because there's
I
plenty of
believe it's
models who shoot for both.
for 2 years. For 2 years, I believe you have to be exclusive to Suicide Girls, which that's fantastic for the people who are, popular and successful on Suicide Girls. But I think that if you aren't successful and they don't keep getting you the shoots, then it kind of puts you in a bad place. So that would be my fear with it. But that's why I haven't, pursued that. But besides Zivity, I'm not really on any other sites. I mean, I've, you know, joined like my girlfriend and stuff, my girl fund and stuff like that, but I haven't ever really gotten into any of that. So,
What's that?
um, it's kind of like, people like pay $1 to message you and, um, do you know what my free cams is?
I can guess.
It reminds me of that kind of, but I know a few of my fans from Zivity are actually on there too, but it was just something that I never really got into. But you can have people like, they basically send you the money that you want, the amount of money you want for like certain photos and stuff like that. So besides Zivity, I really haven't gotten into anything. I love Zivity's platform and the way that it's set up. It's very user friendly,
Hmm.
and I on sites that aren't user friendly, I just don't really. I give up on it after a while. Like it's just not worth my time. So, um, yeah, mainly Zivity, and of course I'm on all of the other networking sites like Model Mayhem, Tumblr,
Hmm.
DeviantArt, all that fun stuff.
I've
But
noticed you do update your Tumblr pretty often.
yeah, most of it lately has been Instagram stuff, but because recently I've been going through all of my photos and organizing everything in a way that I can get to stuff faster and stuff like that. So, been working on that and watermarking stuff. So I haven't posted a lot of professional stuff on Tumblr lately, but I've been working on that tonight actually, loading up my queue on Tumblr. So I like Tumblr a lot, and I don't tend to run into too many idiots on Tumblr, like DeviantArt. DeviantArt can be a very hateful place.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, so try to keep the Tumblr active at least.
right on. You know, as we're speaking, I'm kind of going through your sets. What's your favorite set of yours?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to open up my Zivity for that. Let's see here. Um,
I dig Penguin.
that was a pretty fun set. Let's see. I think my favorite set though, like with the most, actually, I don't know. Hold on. This is difficult. I love the colors that are in Penguin. I love color and bright colors and all of that. So, um, let's see. I love my first set, Make a New Friend. That's probably one of the sets that I could pull the most photos from that I love. But I think my favorite photo ever, it's my profile picture on my Zivity page, from Natural Assets that Corwin shot.
Hmm.
Um, Corwin was actually one of the reasons, like um, my inspiration for beginning to nude model. And of course, this was back when I was like 16. I loved his work with Miss Marsh,
Hmm.
and I I wanted to work with him since I was 16, and I've been following his work since then. So being able to shoot with him finally, and because of Zivity, um, was really, really cool for me. It was like kind of surreal. um, Getting to shoot with my favorite photographer ever.
Right on.
but but yeah, that's probably that set has like my favorite photo ever in it. And then my favorite newest set though, I really love my insatiable set that it's not my newest that's set that's been posted, but the one before that. It was my 19th Zivity set. But I really love that set. I like the mood of it. Um, and I like the wardrobe, but oh my God, it was so hot in that stairwell. Oh man, I have a lot of favorite sets though. And then my portrait of Okami set that was posted about a month ago. I really love that set too because that's like the classic Corwin style, which of course I love. So
Right, he's just got you on a stark background.
yes, that's like, the classic Corwin-esque mood, I guess.
Hmm. I dig the what would you call that? The top, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, it's an underbust corset, I guess. It's
Of
not
course it
really a
is.
corset, but um
I don't think it's really anything. It's more of a
well, you're
elaborate strap.
supposed to wear it with a shirt.
Hmm.
But that tends to happen sometimes, where I wear articles of clothing how they're not supposed to be worn. That's one of the fun parts of being a model and getting to wear articles of clothing where they're not supposed to be worn
Hmm.
by themselves. So,
So what does Oki like to do when she's not modeling?
well, I have a puppy. She's 7 months old. She's a lot of fun. She's a handful, that's for sure. But we like to take her to the dog park and stuff a lot. But right now I'm actually moving, so I'm like excessively busy. I'm moving at the beginning of August into an apartment that's like twice as big. Um, but let's see, what else do I like to do? I have a car that I really love. I have an 2004.5 Jetta GLI,
Hmm.
and it's a turbo, so I like cars. And my big thing, which is also partially kind of what got me into modeling, was I'm big into the Texas electronic music scene. So, raves, I guess, per se.
Hmm.
But I love trance music, and I go out to events and stuff like that every so often. So, that's probably my main hobby, I guess. Um, and then besides that, just I like playing around on computers and stuff like that. So, pretty wide variety.
Dig it. So you've got this new self shot set again. Tell me the name of it again.
Star stuff.
Star stuff. Any other new sets on the horizon?
Hopefully, like I said, I'm kind of in the middle of moving right now, so kind of crazy, but I'm working on it. I actually want to do a set. Recently, we found out that my mom is gonna have to get a mastectomy
Mm.
because she has three cancerous areas in her breast. So I'd like to do a set here soon to help raise some money for her to pay for her reconstruction surgery.
Hmm.
So something breast cancer related, especially because we're coming up on Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October too. So That's in the works right now. But besides that, nothing set in stone. But of course, Afro and I sometimes just decide to run downtown and go shoot sometimes. So you never know.
Right on. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Oki. Is there anything you want to plug? Do you have a Twitter or maybe the URL for your Tumblr page?
Oh man, okay, let's go through these real quick. Let's see. I have my Facebook page is facebook.com/OkiDokiOkami. My Facebook profile, I have a profile that's a little bit more intimate so people can message me and everything. It's facebook.com/OkiOkami.model. And then my Twitter, twitter.com/OkiDokiOkami. DeviantArt is okidokiokami.deviantart.com. Tumblr is okidokiokami.tumblr.com. I like to keep them pretty consistent. And then my model mayhem is modelmayhem.com/okami. And I do have a website in the works right now, so keep an eye out for that.
Right on. Right on. All right. Well, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for
Yes, it
joining me,
has.
and
Of course.
we'll see you on the site.
Indeed. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.